Lift me, O God, above myself, above my highest spheres, above the thralling things of sense to clearer atmospheres. And grant my soul a glad new birth, and fledge it strong new wings, that it may soar above the earth to nobler prosperings. Lift me, O God, above myself, that in thy time and day I somewhat grace thy fosterings, and climb thy loftier way.
As the mist rises, so do the hopes and aspirations of the many young men and women who arrive here at RAF Swinderby, the School of Recruit Training, to undertake a 6 weeks intensive training course, for they wish to become proud members of the Royal Air Force. Since September 1982, RAF Swinderby has been the sole entry point for airmen and airwomen joining the Royal Air Force. But before that, back in the darker days of 1940, Swinderby began life as a part of No. 1 Group Bomber Command. By the end of World War II, the ground and air crews of Swinderby had forged a fine, courageous tradition, being awarded no less than 1 VC, 4 DSOs, 35 DFCs, and 22 DFMs. As present-day members of the Royal Air Force, they will still play an important part in the defence of their country. For the successful recruits, their stay at Swinderby culminates in the ceremonial passing out parade, when families and friends are invited to the station to experience a day to remember.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the station commander, Group Captain Ingleby, can I wish you a very warm welcome to Royal Air Force Swinderby. I am Squadron Leader Lister, Officer Commanding Number 3 Squadron, and together with my flight staff have been responsible for the training of the recruits of numbers 13, 14 and 15 flights on parade today. I'd like to take this opportunity to mention a few details about the parade today. The reviewing officer is Group Captain McBride, who is Group Captain Air Defence at Headquarters Royal Air Force Strike Command. The fly past will be by Lightning aircraft from Royal Air Force Binbrook. The aircraft will complete 2 runs at the start of the parade, the first coming from behind us over our heads, and the second from your left to right. The fly past can produce quite a bit of noise, so do be prepared. The musical support for today's ceremonial is provided by the band of the Royal Air Force College Cranwell. During the parade, there will be 4 occasions when we ask you to stand. First, when the reviewing officer arrives to take the salute. Second, when the parade advances in review order and the second general salute is given. Third, when the Padre says prayers. And fourth, when the reviewing officer leaves the parade. Don't worry, you'll be told when to stand. If in doubt, take your cue from the people who'll be sitting in the front row. Today's parade, as I'm sure you'll realise, is the culmination of 6 weeks' hard work on the part of both the recruits and the flight staff. So please feel free to applaud the march past, the presentation of the trophies and awards, and the march off. Despite the fairly demanding timetable of work imposed upon them, the recruits have managed to find time to undertake their own charitable projects. Number 13 flight, they ran a sponsored relay marathon on the station, the proceeds of which are going to the Royal Air Force Benevolent Fund. They did a very creditable run, and they've raised at £426 for charity. Number 14 flight, they cleaned the Lightning display aircraft in the hangar, and that is a mammoth task. It's like cleaning the Forth Road Bridge. Number 15 flight, they found themselves doing out maintenance work in the gymnasium and its surrounds. Charity beginning at home. When the parade is over, buses will come to take you to the Newcomers Club, where you'll be reunited with your sons. I hope that your visit to Royal Air Force Swinderby will be an enjoyable and memorable one. Photographs of the parade and a video will be taken and will be available for you to see in the Newcomers Club after the parade. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you enjoy today's parade. Thank you.
One with the blue hat on, the strap round.
Number 2 side. Into line. Leg. Pass. Number 3 side. Into line. Leg. Pass.
Would you stand, please, ladies and gentlemen? Four officers, one incident. On parade, ready for inspection. Sir!
Number 1 right, stand first. Remain dash. Standards. Hey! Hey! Okay! Array hotspots, white lights, speed colors, and 25 paces. Move the lights, be hot free. Lights! Fire! Hooray! Oi, to the left! Big! March! Array! General Salute! Present! Out!
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate it, please.
Ceremonial is complete. The parade is now ready for the presentation of trophies and awards. Sir!
The Hake Trophy is awarded to the recruit who achieves the highest overall standard in ground defence training. This has been won by Aircraftman Harper of number 15 flight, who will train as an electronic technician telecommunications. The North Kesteven Trophy is awarded to the recruit who has achieved the highest overall standard of effort, determination and achievement in physical education. This has been won by Aircraftman Edge of number 13 flight, who will train as a telecommunications operator. Certificates of merit are awarded to the best all-round recruit on each flight. On number 13 flight, the best all-round recruit is Aircraftman Robson, who will train as a telecommunications operator. On number 14 flight, the best all-round recruit is Aircraftman Penfold, who will train as a Royal Air Force Regiment gunner. On number 15 flight, the best all-round recruit is Aircraftman Enright, who will train as a Royal Air Force fireman. Finally, the intake competes for the Halifax Trophy, which is awarded to the best all-round flight in drill, physical education and general service training. This trophy has been awarded to number 13 flight and will be collected on behalf of the flight by Aircraftman Martin.
As airmen in the Royal Air Force, you are joining a community dedicated to maintaining the peace of the world, and this is an honourable and a noble calling. And I would ask this morning all those who have come to this parade to join me in praying for you and for all servicemen everywhere. O God, our Father, we pray for all who serve our country as sailors, soldiers, and especially as airmen. Grant that meeting danger with courage, and all occasions with discipline and loyalty, they may truly serve the cause of justice and peace, for the honour of your name. Amen.
As my first drill instructor used to say, drill is a device to weld together a heterogeneous miscellany of individuals into a single, corporate, cohesive, homogeneous and disciplined machine, and that the parade is the traditional manifestation of achievement in this field of endeavour. Or at least I think that's what he said. Graduating recruits of number 3 Squadron, on this important occasion this morning, you have demonstrated very clearly the level of cohesion and discipline that you've achieved in the short time that you've been here. For all of us, especially the invited guests, it's been impressive to see. I'll actually go further than that and say that it's been excellent and that you've been a credit to the service that you've recently joined, and also to the staff here at Swinderby, whose efforts have been very clearly reflected in your performance on parade this morning. On behalf of the guests, I congratulate you. And on your behalf, I thank the guests, many of whom have travelled a long way to be here today, and all of whom have sat bravely and with considerable fortitude in a fairly stiff breeze to witness your graduation from this stage of training. It would be very tempting for you to regard today as the end of rigorous training and to think that it's all downhill from here on in. Nothing could be further from the truth. This is just the end of the beginning, and for all of you, a lot still lies ahead. Much will now depend on another form of discipline from that which you displayed today, namely self-discipline. If you're to succeed in your chosen career, the extent to which you apply yourself to your betterment will largely determine your ultimate level of attainment and your value to the service. You've probably heard it said that we're a much leaner service than we used to be, and what this means is we can't carry passengers. And as one who's recently commanded a frontline station, I can state without fear of contradiction that the performance of any unit, be it a flight, a squadron, or a station, is critically dependent on the ability, the initiative, the motivation, and the self-discipline of every man and woman on the strength of that unit. We have a proud record in the RAF that is built on the basis of the collective and self-disciplines that you've started to learn here at Swinderby. The Lightning aircraft that you should have seen at the beginning of the parade, and which unfortunately for a number of reasons was prevented from being here, is coming to the end of its long career in the Royal Air Force. It's always been a spectacular aircraft, and it's a great shame that we weren't able to see it here this morning. But despite its age, it's remained a credible element of our air defence system right to the end. And there's a very simple reason for this. The people who served in the Lightning Force worked hard to see that their steed could always do the business. They were professionals who believed in the pursuit of excellence, and their reward has been the retirement with considerable dignity of an aircraft which, but for their efforts, could well have gone to the knacker's yard a long time ago. Those men and women and countless others like them throughout the Royal Air Force, with purpose, pride, professionalism and discipline, got the job done and probably enjoyed themselves into the bargain. Regardless of branch, trade or field of employment, that is why we're all here, and that is what it is all about. In congratulating you on graduating today from this stage of training, I wish you all the very best of luck in the future, and hope that you all have a successful, fulfilling, and above all, an enjoyable career in the Royal Air Force.
Parade attend! Head! Shoulder! Out! Graduating airmen, march past right flights. Move to the right of the column of crews. Right! Pass! Right! By the left! Quick! March!
As that day, that will be remembered for many years, draws to a close, we wish all the recruits an enjoyable and rewarding future in the Royal Air Force.